Let's talk about the dangers of looking too closely at stocks. We will do this in a fun and entertaining way and make a movie analogy to tell this story. And I will say that watching stock price too closely is just like the woman in red in Matrix. What do I mean with this? Well, if you watch the movie with Keanu Reeves as Neo, he's in a scene when he's walking with Morpheus. He's talking to Neo, giving him advice, and then all of a sudden, Neo gets distracted by this beautiful woman in a red dress who's walking by. And then Morpheus asks him, "Were you listening to me, or were you watching the woman in red?" And as Neo looks back, the woman has turned into an agent of the Matrix, reeling him back into the illusion. He was distracted, he got caught, basically. And if you're trying to escape the matrix, you're trying to reach a dream maybe of financial independence, retiring early, maybe you want to have to work part-time to have more freedom to be with your children. If you're older, I see a lot of you in the demographic being 40 to 50-year old that's watching this, so maybe that's your goal, or maybe you have a goal to be fully financial stable so you can take care of older parents if you're in the 30 year that's watching this, whatever it might be. You're trying to escape the system, escape the matrix, and here comes watching stock price, this beautiful distraction in a red dress. What do I mean with this? Well, let me exemplify with a personal story so you will understand the danger of watching your portfolio every day, because trust me, this is hugely dangerous. So in the beginning, when I just started investing, I would watch stock price every day. I would follow along. I even had a program that was tracking gold price when I bought leveraged ETFs back in the day. Basically gambling, not really investing, but that's what you do when you're new and you want the excitement. Well, I was watching every day, and one of those investments that I made performed well. And at a certain point, I got too tempted. This woman in red took the shape of a casino night out with my friends, and I decided to cash out. I decided to go to the Casino Cosmopol in Stockholm to gamble, to play poker, to drink with my friends and have a ton of fun. But guess what? After that fun night out, I was back again, set back in my saving, and I had to continue to grind and scrape together and try to get back on track to continue to save up money and reach the goals that I have. So the women in red, for me at that time, was a fun night out with friends, and this can take any shape depending on what desires you have, what you really want to spend your money on. And if you continue to watch stock price closely, you will notice over time that this woman in red keeps getting hotter. She keeps getting more attractive, more alluring, and it keeps getting more and more dangerous, and you really risk just setting yourself back to zero again the more you keep watching your portfolio. So after a while, it's no longer a fun night out at the casino, it's a weekend trip to Prague, or it's a trip to watch football with your favorite team. You can just make that withdrawal. You deserved it. You worked hard. But with that rationale, guess what? You're back to zero again, and you're back in the matrix where you all started, just because you were too tempted. You kept looking at stock price, you kept logging into your portfolio to watch performance, and you didn't give that money tree that you planted. This is a oak seed. It could be a big beautiful oak that you could bask in the shadow of and live off of the dividends, but we get too tempted from watching stock price, so we decide to uproot it early and just spend it all, and then we have to plant a new seed, water it, give it shade all over again. So that's the danger of watching the stock price. And as your investment grows, as I mentioned, these distractions, this woman in red keeps getting hotter. And after this weekend trip, it might be, a longer vacation. It might be your dream car paid in cash. And In my case, as I just did a portfolio video a week ago, I had to log into my account, check the balance, see what was going on, and then, I realized, hey, I could just sell half and buy a very nice apartment here in the town that I'm in right now, and basically have zero housing costs and just cash a nice apartment. Could do that. That's the woman in red right now. And those temptations, man, those are bad. Those are gonna get you. But does that mean that you should never watch stock price? No. Of course we have to follow along, but we have to follow along when it makes sense. After quarterly earnings, we can look, we can see, all right, how is the company performance? Is revenue continuing to grow? Are they making any big mistakes in strategy that might warrant a sell? I don't think that stock price increasing a ton or decreasing a ton for no reason warrants me selling a stock. I think a better reason is some shift in strategy, that they're doing something very bad, or maybe the valuation of the company in terms of the price to earnings is way too high given growth rate and giving market hype going through the roof. Well, then that's an excellent time to sell a stock and try to find something else. But remember, that woman in red, the more you watch stock price, the more you're gonna get tempted, and she's just gonna get hotter. So as you get more seasoned in investing and as you've done it more years, maybe consider watching stock price less, consider logging into your portfolio fewer times a year, just to make it easier for yourself to succeed and set yourself up for reaching that ultimate goal. Because what do you really want the most? Do you really want to just buy that new car, or do you want to never have to work again? Do you want to go to the casino and have fun, or maybe your goal is to buy a house in cash? Well, depending on what your goal is, depending on what you see as escaping the matrix and getting to your dream, remember that dream, and don't lose sight of it just because a beautiful woman in a red dress walks by. Alright, that's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.